I'm going to share with you the top 10 hottest real estate markets for 2022. And when you look at the data, you can see why these top 10 areas are so popular and why they're growing so fast. Yet on the other hand, we have other areas of the nation that are losing population. And you know what else is really exciting? Smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Big shout out to you and I thank you. Now this is interesting and it's no secret that the past few years has been characterized as a real estate frenzy. And the early predictions indicate that 2022 won't be much different. But one thing's for sure, there's going to be winners, and of course there's going to be losers. Some markets are already seeing a major shift in migration patterns and population declines because of either taxes, crime, shutdowns, and many other things. But areas like New York have more people leaving than they're coming. Wow, this is interesting. So 352,185 residents moved out of New York, and that's a loss of population by 1.6% of the population. California, another state, population fell by 173,000 residents between July 2020 and July 2021. Yet other areas are hot, and they're seeing major increases and growth. So to embrace that heat, I've compiled a list of the top 10 hottest real estate markets for 2022. Let's roll. Number 10, Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida will be hot in the coming year, both literally and figuratively. And the reason is the metro's affordability. There's warm weather. It has a lot of retired people that are seeking to move there. And there's a recent influx in millennials too. So the median home price is $335,814 in 2022. And its expected prices will grow by 6.8%, which while sales are expected to grow by 9.6%. Number 2, Worcester, Massachusetts, and I say Worcester, is rising in popularity mainly due to the excess of Bostonians. They're moving, they're affordable prices, right? It's a smaller scale community, and proximity to Beantown make this metro an ideal place to live. The current median home price is fairly reasonable compared to Beantown, $397,188, and that figure is projected to rise by 8.2% in the next year. The sales growth is expected to increase by 8.4%. Now, if your local market is heating up and you're looking to relocate somewhere, and you want to keep an eye on all these top 10 trending cities. Number 8, Seattle, Washington. This won't surprise any Washingtonians because Seattle has long been one of the hottest real estate markets, and it appears to be in 2022 no different at all. After all, this is arts and cultural community, has world-class recreation, an abundance of tech jobs, and it's certainly attractive for that. The median home price is already a staggering $666,754. Yet experts still predict that sales figures are going to increase by 7.5% in the coming year. And there will be a sales growth of an increase of 9.6%. Interesting, right? Let's move on to number 7, Greenville, South Carolina. Now, Greenville, South Carolina has become a haven for retirees in recent years, and no one has turned their nose up at South Carolina's reasonable taxes and mild weather. South Carolina is a big moving state. If you take a look at the maps, the revitalization on downtown in Greenville and the construction boom and the influx of major employers like BMW or General Electric are significant draws. The median price here sits at currently $305,078, but is expected to increase by 5.7% in 2022. And a sales growth is expected to rise by a whopping 11.4%. Number 6, Providence, Rhode Island. Rhode Island may be the smallest state, but Providence packs a mighty punch. This metro area has many elite universities like Brown and the Rhode Island School of Design, but it's an affordable alternative to Boston. And the trendy neighborhoods and the food scene and show-stopping scenery doesn't hurt either. So the median current home prices remain at a reasonable $419,813. And in 2022, prices are expected to grow by 9.6%, and sales are expected to rise by 8.1%. Now, if you like this so far, give me a thumbs up and go ahead and make a comment below. Let's move on to number 5, Columbus, Ohio. Now, while Columbus is long popular with Ohio State University graduates, this metro area is much more than just a college town. The reasonable cost of living, lively neighborhoods, Fortune 500 employers, including Nationwide Mutual Insurance and JP Morgan Chase, have led the record increase in population in recent years. Now, Knox County is a 1-hour drive from Columbus and offers super affordable houses, and it's an absolutely beautiful place to live. The current median price in Columbus is $298,523. Prices are expected to increase by 6.3% in the coming year, and sales are supposed to grow by a staggering 13.7%. We're off to Indianapolis, Indiana, which is our number 4 destination. If your niche is a first-time homebuyer, you're in luck here because leading the list in terms of affordability, Indianapolis has an attractive option for millennial buyers in particular. Between big employers like Salesforce.com and educational institutions like Indiana University of Medicine, Indianapolis is welcoming plenty of new residents who need housing. And the median home price sits currently at $272,401. That figure is expected to increase by 5.5% in 2022. And sales growth is also expected to rise an incredible 14.8%. Number 3, Boise, Idaho. Believe it or not, Idaho's capital has long been one of the country's most desirable real estate markets. Metro boasts an area of plenty of opportunities and outdoor activities and growing influence in the technology industry, with prices far lower than markets on the coasts. And no wonder that they call Idaho a state gem, because the median home price there sits currently at $503,959, although it's expected to increase by 7.9% in 2022. Now, sales growth is also expected to rise by 12.9%. Now we're off to our number 2 destination, Salt Lake City, Utah. Utah has been growing, but Salt Lake is number 2 on our list. Salt Lake City, Utah is a highly desirable metropolitan area, and it represents the best of both worlds. Unparalleled recreation, plenty of big city amenities, and tech companies including Facebook and Adobe have moved into the region and been nicknamed the Silicon Slopes. Current median home prices already staggering $564,062, and experts expect that figures will increase by 8.5% in the coming year, and the sales growth will increase by a whopping 15.2%. Number 1 on our list, topping off the list of the top 10 real estate markets for 2022 is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The low cost of living, great beach lifestyle, low taxes, plenty of fun things to do make this a top choice among retirees who are moving in the U.S. Now, also U.S. News and World Report have ranked Myrtle Beach as the fastest growing city in the United States. This number is proven by the U.S. Census Bureau and has been based on the highest percentage of building permits that are pulled. Now, if there's a crystal ball to predict the future, building permits are a good indicator of what's going to happen in a full year to the future. Current median home price sits at $305,000, and experts predict the future will increase by 8.9% in the coming year. And sales growth will increase by a whopping 15.3%. Now listen, this part of it is very important. Whether the economy is up or whether the economy is down, whether interest rates are up or whether they're down, areas of the nation are going to be shrinking and other areas are going to be growing. So a lot of people have decided to make a change in lifestyle. Last year, we saw many changes in 2022, and there's going to be even more radical changes into the future. Now, if you think about the economy, the workforce, the pandemic, vaccines, how about inflation, right? And some places it's going to be hyperinflation. How about changes in technology, relationships? How have your relationships changed over the past few years? It's crazy. Sometimes it's helped, sometimes it's hurt. Plus, there's a massive migration in population that's moving right now, but don't get overwhelmed. Whether you're looking here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or beyond, I've got a network of agents that I can hook you up with. And if you're selling in New York or if you're walking on the beach in South Carolina, 2022 is going to be an interesting year. There's a national migration that's going on. People are moving away from high tax areas and obsolete areas, and they want to move to a more affordable, better lifestyle. And so whatever you are doing, wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying the videos here on this channel. Let me know what is happening in your life. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know where you're moving to. And just a word of advice that I want to give you this. The good is seldom cheap, and the cheap is seldom good. So if you know somebody who could use this video, go ahead and share this with them. I really like making these videos for you, and I hope they're helpful, and I just want to help you avoid the pitfalls that are costly. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Are you still there?